Hey, YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us tonight for another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live. We're minus ToledoJess tonight, but we have Dano the Mano as normal, and our special guest tonight is the Digging Canuck, the one and only Digging Canuck. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live. It's Tuesday Night Hangout Live. With your hosts, Ed Wyman, ToledoJess, and Dano. Tuesday Night Hangout Live is a classy on-demand production.
Have the wrong screen up. Oh. Dano, you have your mute off, buddy?
I got it off now. I'm not even seeing the show up, dude.
No, it's there now.
Huh.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
that's
not
on
seeing
my
it.
end. That's on my end. Hey, it is what it is. You know there is a delay.
I can't even see in the chat to tell if anybody can see the show's on. Is the chat going?
Nugget Brain Wayne Peterson is in the house.
They won't even let me on. I'm on YouTube and I can't even get to the show at all. Last I got your
really?
mail call last night.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess I'm
Man,
Skype bound for the night. I don't even have the.
You should have been on the ball already. I thought you were. That's
Oh, I
okay.
am, but it's not there.
See this pipe I picked up from Dad's Piranha?
I can't see nothing.
And pipe carving? Well, you can come back and watch it later. Smoke's really good. Smoke's really good. It's nice. He's from Alberta, I believe. Um, he's a detectorist, fisherman, and bushcraft. And now during the winter months up there in the Great White North, he carves and makes pipes. Um, and since I like smoking a good pipe now and then, I thought I'd help a brother out.
There you go.
We are gonna be at the Clark County Fairgrounds this coming weekend, right, Dano?
Yep. Yep. You're gonna be running the Panem booth and have a Dream Map booth also.
Well, yeah, I'd like to say
Busy.
flash in your pants / dream mat booth, and not just a dream mat booth, because you know I'm gonna have a couple of banners on that booth.
Well, Patrick says he's not getting you either.
Really? Well,
I don't see anything either.
Huh. Really? You go to the right URL?
I didn't. That's the thing. I didn't have a URL this week on my YouTube like I usually do.
Neither do I. Have nothing.
I've even refreshed like 3 times now, and I just can't find the show at all. How many people you got in the room, Ed?
Not many. Usually we have a lot more by now.
Something's fishy.
Ah.
What'd you do, Ed?
It was listed unlisted. Tell you what.
Let's try this again.
Let's start over, but I'll do a different song. Do you mind, Liz?
No, go ahead. You're the boss.
I'm the boss. Oh, no.
Say, I ain't seeing nothing, dude. I ain't
All right,
getting- no.
everybody. I didn't notice it was unlisted. Now it's public. I'm gonna shut down this stream and we'll pop up and do it all over again.
We don't have your unlisted number, buddy.
I'm having a blonde moment. Yeah.
With
All
a
right,
touch of ginger.
everybody. Be right back. For real this time. No. Okay, I can't blame this on Murphy tonight. Ed had a blonde moment. I had it set on unlisted. I should have figured that out since it wasn't showing up on my channel during the week. just didn't think about it. So thank you all for joining us, even though I pulled an Ed and had a blonde moment and had it on unlisted. I see a whole lot of friends in the house of both ours and Liz's. We have Sandy and Charlie and Michael and Wayne Nugget Brain and the Jersey History Hunters, Grotty from on down under, K. What, Rivendale. Oh, so many. How you doing, Dano?
Not too bad. Letting YouTube catch up now.
But I didn't have it private.
Yeah, he went unlisted. We can't take you anywhere.
Nothing but trouble, huh? I know. So I thought I'd just fly right over the hook and get right to the intro.
Seems how we already started the show without him one time.
Yeah, this is round 2. I was like, deja vu. Now, I saw a question about the music from Hoosier Hillbilly. The bluegrass music was made by my stepson and his brother-in-law, Dustin Spears and the Whiskey 3, recorded down in Nashville, Tennessee for my channel. And on the intro is made by a guy and good friend of mine I work with, Kobe Miller. He joins us once in a while on Tuesday night. He made the intro, and the backup singers are his boys. But we could talk, and I can always see what I can do. Now, I know it's rehashing it to...
Let's go back over the gold show again.
We only had 2 people in here, and one was probably me and Nugget Brain. We have the GPAA Golden Treasure Show this coming Saturday and Sunday at the Clark County Fairgrounds in Springfield, Ohio. ToledoJess, Dano, and I are going to be working the Felix Pay Dirt Panning Zone booth, along with our own booth. So if you come, look for the Flash in Your Pants / Dream Map booth. But we won't all be pretty much in one spot at one time.
No, we'll be jumping around from the Panning booth to the other booth.
We'll be making our rounds. So make sure to come by and see us. Don't pay no attention to Emily Rydell. Oh, I shouldn't say it that way.
You're mean.
Especially since I'm going to talk to her about coming on the show. Please say hi to Emily Rydell and tell her you heard about the show and her being there by flashing your pan.
Be nice, Ed. Be nice.
I am nice. I am nice.
And a few people could get some memorabilia to show. I hear there's a few little things going to be there.
Yeah. Yeah, you might get lucky and get a little swag, right, buddy?
That's right. You just never know.
Never know.
But you got to be there to know.
That's right.
So you better come. Whoever's out there that wants to be there. Clark County Fairgrounds in Springfield, Ohio.
Shovelhead's going to be there.
Well, now.
HD Shovelhead.
We'll get him a
Now, when you come up to me, don't go, "Hi, Ed, how you doing?" And even though I might know you, I don't really know you. So say, hey, I'm HD Shovelhead. Oh, hey, how you doing? And you give me a picture for that handle. A face with a handle? Okay.
That's right. There's Adam.
Adam's in that. Ask Emily if she wants a gold sniffing dog hound and his worker.
There you go.
Petey the nugget sniffing dog. I almost said mutt, but I don't think Petey's a mutt. But Petey's pretty cool. I'm sure we'll meet Petey and Adam again. I hope to see him at a Fossick or Gold Rush.
Oh, yeah. Or when he moves to California, go visit him.
Oh, yeah. I got family in Cali anyway. I need to hook Adam up with, because they actually have a hard rock mine on their property and a drift mine on their property. And if they have a drift mine, it means they're going into ancient gravels. But we'll talk about that some other time. Adam, we have a great guest on tonight. I try and catch her live streams. I just watched one of her videos on Canadian coin collecting just about an hour ago. We have the one and only Digging Canuck with us tonight. It should be a really good show. But I'm gonna get all our commercials out of the way first. So please don't go
Adam,
away.
He says LBPA.
That's
buddy,
right, for life.
Check it out. I'll put it up there for you, Adam. Look at that one.
LBPA for life. We got ours. Do you have yours?
Do some commercials.
I'll get all the commercials out of the way, and that way we could let our guest have her spotlight like she deserves.
That's right.
So, with no further ado...
And we promise not to embarrass her.
At least Jesse is in here, so we'll do pretty good. No. We'll be right back after a word from a few of our sponsors.
See you in a few, folks.
Adventure, mystery, discovery. Gold panning is more than a search for beautiful rocks. Panning is a journey that can take you to amazing new places all around the world. It is an experience for all ages, bringing families closer together and a fulfilling spark of excitement when life has grown too dull. The Gold Claw Pan makes it easier to take part in the journey than ever before. This expertly designed pan is made for any skill level and any age. All you need is an explorer's heart and the passion for discovery. Begin your family's gold story now. Order your Gold Claw Pan today and see where the adventure takes you.
And now we have one more, but it's an audio, so you'll have to look at this.
What are you looking at?
What you looking at, Willis?
What you looking at, Willis?
Hey, this is Michael from iPanForGold.com. You know, I love to receive emails and photos of the gold my friends recover from our painter, and they're not too shy to tell me about it either. Just check out some of the reviews, photos, and even videos that they have posted on our Facebook page. In fact, here are some of my not-so-shy friends now.
I'm Aaron, and I pan for gold.
I'm Caleb, and I pan for gold.
I'm Ed Marvin, and
and I pan for gold.
I'm Erica, and I pan for gold.
I'm James, and I pan for gold.
I'm Jaron, and I pan for gold.
I am John, and I pan for gold.
I'm Mark, and I pan for gold.
I'm Tony, and I pan for gold.
This is Rob from Nashville, and I pan for gold.
Be sure and check our Facebook page and website for the latest offers, blog articles, and videos. What's in your pan? I hope it's pay dirt from ipanforgold.com.
All right, now that that's out of the way, speaking of Jaron, where is he? Have you seen Mr. Lodak?
Yeah, he was in.
Oh, okay, because we have a couple of people that was in that commercial in our chat room as we speak. All right, let's get our
He's
guest
hiding in the wings.
He can be that way. He might be watching a couple things at one time. Yeah, you know how some of the, hey, there he is. Hey,
Prospector Josh says he pocket mines for gold.
Excellent. Maybe how far away are you, Josh, from Oralville? I'll talk to you later about it. Hey, Randy, Scotty, Tony, Brian, everybody. Let's get in Liz and get this party started. I see she's wearing her Canadian hoodie proud. Our good friend, the Digging Canuck from the Great White North.
Right on, right on.
You're just Liz. On the other side of the lake from us, Liz.
I can probably see you if I had a telescope.
How are you doing tonight?
I am very, very well tonight. Very well. A little nervous, but it'll get better.
Being nervous is my job, Liz. You're just no roll with the punches. You'll be fine.
All right.
Usually the guy who does most of the asking of questions, as you know, since a lot of times you're in the audience, he's at a birthday party for a grandchild, granddaughter, 15 years old today. So happy birthday, ToledoJess's granddaughter, whatever your name may be. And we'll spare you. We won't sing happy birthday.
I apologize for my cat who keeps walking across the screen.
Oh, I tell you, one time, Liz, I had one of my many of cats from our pride jump right up on my desk in the middle of the show. Boom. I'm like, cat.
Exactly.
In the background, meowing.
I see your dog move, though.
Yeah, she'll be right here the entire time that I'm here.
She's up closer to you. I thought I spotted her when you moved your arm.
She's right there.
Hi, girl. Excellent. Dogs and cats.
Yeah.
They live happily.
That's right.
I live in a house also with dogs and cats. They say animals increase your life.
Yes, they do.
I believe it. Full of unconditional love. Yeah. Sometimes I like to. It's hard to be mad at them. Even when I want to be, it's hard to be mad at them.
Definitely.
Or at least stay mad.
Yes.
So you're out of Ontario, right?
Yes, I'm about an hour west of Buffalo.
Oh, hour west of Buffalo. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in between like Niagara and Toronto.
Yes, pretty much right in the middle.
Okay, so I guess we're out of that hour and a half radius then, Dano. If we want to invite her down to go beeping or prospecting.
Right on.
Now, is there ever exceptions to the rule on your radius?
I'll drive 2 hours for a one-day thing, but like a weekend road trip might be a little longer than that.
Okay. Maybe we could talk to you sometime coming down to the Buckeye Chapter Fossick or Gold Rush Days.
That's a good time. Both are good times.
It's a possibility.
This year we had Jocelyn, Elizabeth, and Drew with us at Fossick. We have a really good metal detecting community within our prospecting community in the Buckeyes. I used to go up skiing in Ontario, up at Blue Mountain. Well,
yes.
Snowboarding and skiing.
Right on. That's a bit of a drive, but yeah.
It was fun though. It was better than what they call a mountain here in Bell Fountain.
A hill.
The first time Judy and I went down there to go skiing. I'm from out west, Liz. I was born and raised in California, and I raised my kids in Washington State.
Okay.
And I would ski like Whistler, Mount Baker, and Mount Hood, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Judy knew I was into skiing. I haven't crossed over to the dark side of snowboarding yet at that time. And she's like, oh, we got a mountain only like an hour away from us. And I'm like, oh, cool, let's go. And we round the bend on the highway, and she goes, there's our mountain. It's a hill about 350 vertical feet. And I'm like, that ain't a mountain. That's a hill. But nonetheless, it's somewhere to get snow under your board or skis and have a good time.
Yeah.
But at that time, I had an Action Sporting Goods store. And I'm a certified tech for snowboards and skis. And Mad River Mountain would give me, well, not at that time exactly. Later down the road, I had the store. And Mad River Mountain would give me 2 season passes a year.
Okay.
And at that time, we were down there like twice a week. After work, we were heading to the slopes. And midweek, you get a lot of runs in. And didn't have to wait in line. And that's quite important when your hill's only yay high. But, being Canadian, do you ski?
Oh my gosh, I wish I did. I actually, my ski story is, I went when I was in college. Went with the group of people in college, and put the skis on. I thought everybody else was just like shushing down the hill like it was nothing, and so I, here I am, get off the lift, and I remember the instructor saying, snowplow, snowplow. So I started snowplowing. Well, I hit a few people going down the hill. And then I didn't know how to stop. So I ended up falling on somebody. And then the ski patrol comes up, and he's like, you need to get the heck off the mountain. So that was the extent of my skiing, and I've never gone back.
Okay, now I could have sworn on one of your videos I saw you wearing a Boston Bruins jersey.
Yeah, you did. Is that going to be a problem?
No, I like the Bruins.
Okay.
I'm just kind of surprised you weren't wearing a maple leaf.
Oh, no. I'm probably going to offend a lot of viewers out there, but no, I am not a Maple Leafs fan. I will just say that. There are no Maple Leaf jerseys or any memorabilia whatsoever allowed in this house. That's it.
But you'll wear a Bruins jersey.
Yes,
I think one time during one of your live streams, I am like, go Bruins or something, and you said something like, yeah, I like that team, or
Actually,
something
oh my goodness, a long time ago. I'm not going to say when, but well, I was at a 4th of July parade, I believe in Providence, Rhode Island, with family, and Terry O'Reilly was driving in a convertible, and I actually went up to the car, stopped the car, and got his autograph.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And he was real cool about it, huh?
He was. Everybody was very nice. I didn't get arrested or anything. It was pretty cool.
Right on. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, you like hockey.
Yes.
Do you skate?
Oh, every Canadian skates. We all skate. I think we were born skating.
Do you prefer hockey, speed, or figure?
I still use figure skates. I cannot get used to men's skates, so I still use figure skates.
Men's skates?
Yeah. I can't get used to the blade on the men's skates.
Is that like a hockey skate? Because
yeah, it's exactly like a hockey skate.
The rink I went to, they had black figure skates for men and white figure skates for, but I wore hockey skates and CCM Super Tax. So
right on.
But yeah, I started ice skating in Anaheim of all places.
Wow.
About a quarter of a mile from Disneyland is where I used to skate at.
Wow.
Well, I have a lot of friends. One of my best friends at the time, he was from Massachusetts, and he moved into my neighborhood. It's funny though, the first time we met, we got in a fight, and we've been very good friends ever since. And that was my influence to ice skating and hockey. And I used to ice skate all the time. Love it.
Yeah. That's how you can tell an American from a Canadian, is the way that Canadians just say skating and Americans are like ice skates.
Well,
there's no difference in Canada.
We have inline skates, we have roller skates, but skating, I could picture that from the Canadians. I've been to many of your provinces up there. Very beautiful country you have.
Yes.
I don't really like that I have to have a passport just to get to Niagara Falls or Windsor or something anymore.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I've had a lot of good times up in old Canada.
Right on.
British Columbia, love it. Alberta, Banff area, Niagara Falls, Blue Mountain area, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, all beautiful areas.
Quebec was nice. Are you French Canadian?
No, I'm not. I'm actually a Portuguese background.
Oh, Portuguese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's okay because most of the French Canadians I've met, unfortunately, have been pretty rude. I'm sorry if there's any out there, but it's like some of the people I've ran into in Hollywood or LA or New York City or some of the bigger towns,
Yeah.
The bigger the town, it seems like they can be that way. I know I had that tendency at times when I was in the concrete jungle. It's amazing what the country does to a man or woman or person. Hey, J3B Digging Canada's in the house. Welcome, brother.
Right on, JB.
Thank you for joining us. Sea Wells of History came in, and Will Detect and Tin Cups here. Right on.
Will Pay Dirt Review showed up. Martin's here.
Martin's here? Yeah. He's a really nice guy when we talk to him on the phone, even though he's from Brooklyn, I think.
Yeah, I told him. I said I got his coin.
Right on.
Excellent. Excellent.
Right on.
Where's my coin? Oh, but you won it.
Where's my coin?
He just didn't give it to you.
I kind of hooked and crooked him. I was on his Patreon show and didn't know it was his Patreon show, and I'm not a patron.
But I thought I saw him say in chat that he's gonna be at our show.
Is he? That's cool. There'll be a lot
know.
of people there we're going to get to meet.
Martin, are you going to be at our show? I want a pan and ice skate. I'll be the first for sure. With 5 grams of gold in my pan. Let's see if I crash and keep the pan in there.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that.
Yes, he's going to be there on the 27th.
Just remember the panning booth, brother. Buy a snuffer bottle, you pan all the gold you want.
That's right.
Well, as much as you can get. And that's so said there's going to be a little more this year than there was last year.
Oh, nice, nice. I know I'm buying a snuffer bottle, and it'd be, here is how I pan. Here's how you use your snuffer bottle.
Back off, this is my trough.
Okay, here you go. We have a really good time in the panning booth at these shows, Liz.
We even give out a card. You can win a 1/4 ounce gold nugget. All we got to see is your show ticket. We punch it and we give you the scratch off. You can possibly win a 1/4 ounce nugget from Felix.
That's right.
Excellent. Excellent. Right on.
Yeah. Felix Pay Dirt is the sponsor of the Panning Zone. Yep. Has been for the past 3 or 4 years, if I recollect right. Liz.
Yes, sir.
What got you into metal detecting?
I retired from policing. Not that I wanted to, but I came down with really serious vertigo. So I had to retire. It was either that or sit behind a desk, and I could not, for the life of me, sit behind a desk. It's really hard to sit behind a desk when you've been out on the street.
So you were a peace officer?
Yes, I was.
Detective?
Yes. No, I was...
Woman in blue? Or whatever they wear up there?
Yeah, I was out on the beat. I trained new recruits. I was a scenes of crime officer. I was a bicycle patrol officer.
You wore a lot of hats.
Yeah, I did wear a lot of hats, and I got to tell you, it's the best job on the planet. And before you complain about somebody, you should at least walk a few steps in their shoes. But anyways, I digress. It's a great job. Like I said, I really enjoyed my job. And then I came down with vertigo, and I could not sit behind a desk. So I had to retire. Anyway, so when I retired, I had to find something to do.
Right.
And I don't know how, but I came across a Nugget Noggin video. And I went to my local store. I don't even remember where that was. Could have been a Radio Shack, I think it was. And I bought a Bounty Hunter.
That was my very first metal detector, I think.
I don't remember the brand, the model or whatever, but it was a Bounty Hunter. It wasn't a very good detector, but I mean, I didn't know any better. So I tried it. I tried it at the beach a few times. Got a lot of nails, and I think I might have got a really beat up Hot Wheels car. Anyways, put it away for quite a few years, and then I started to go on YouTube, and I saw some more videos, and I'm like, I'm gonna give that a second try. So I ended up buying a Garrett, and I got into the community, watched videos. Actually, people invited me to go digging. Long story short, I absolutely had a great time, and I've been doing it ever since.
Excellent. Do you still suffer from vertigo?
Yeah, I do. every now and then, like if I'm in the water, when I go beach detecting in the water, the waves, if I look at the waves too long, my head starts spinning. Yeah, every now and then I do have some dizziness, but I mean, in some of my videos, you'll even see me sometimes, you know, stumble a little to the left. I'm really not drunk or anything like that. It's my vertigo. And I think I actually, one day I was editing a video and I noticed that I did that, and I'm like, oh my God, everyone's gonna think I'm drunk. So I just had to tell everybody right off the bat, it's my vertigo.
Nah, so were you? I hate to get back to your career, but I find that interesting.
Okay.
You weren't a Mountie. A Mountie's
no.
Like a state police or federal police.
Yeah, federal would be. Yeah, the law of the land of Canada are the Mounties.
Okay.
Okay.
So you were a city cop?
Yes,
county
I was
sheriff?
No, I was your equivalent of a city cop.
Okay, much respect.
Thank you.
Gotta support the thin blue line.
That's right. That's right.
As long as they're not behind me with their cherries and berries on it.
I still get nervous when they pass me. I still get
I know you're, even when you're not guilty of nothing.
I know.
Oh man. Turn, exit.
Exactly.
Excellent. And
yeah.
So how many years now have it been, if that's okay?
Has it been since I left?
Since you started detecting.
Oh, okay. That one I'll answer.
First break your...
Oh my goodness. I've been detecting like straight, not the on and off, but straight for 3 years. Okay. And my first great score? Do you ask that?
Sure. What was your first great score?
Well, I hooked up with some YouTubers. Actually invited me out. The Canadian Diggers is their YouTube channel. Don and Judy, and went to a park with them. And my second hole, I got a 1900 Canadian large cent. My second hole.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean they've got some pretty good locations, and oh my goodness, I got to tell you, I have the video, and I was just like blown away that this was in the ground and that I found it. I was absolutely hooked after that.
It's like when you see that first flash in your pan.
I'm sure it's exactly like that.
Oh yeah, I.
It's kind of like that every time though when you pan some dirt down.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
More experience you gain, the the less you get skunked. True.
Oh, I don't know. I still get stunned. I'm like
not afraid to admit it.
No, I'm like a kid at Christmas. It doesn't matter. I still get excited about stuff. I really do.
Oh, I've been detecting with my grandson. Oh shoot, I'm gonna get in trouble now. I believe Colton's 8 now, and I got him into rock hounding and detecting. We found our first silver together in our backyard. That's where I've been training him, in the backyard, and training myself. Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to learn plugs in the park or in someone else's yard. I'd rather put a bunch of holes in my own backyard and work on plugs.
Exactly.
So I try and tell them, you got to be careful how you dig. You just don't dig a hole, or you'll never be digging anywhere but Grandpa's backyard.
That's right. Yep.
What's your favorite type of hunting? Coin shooting, relic hunting, or?
No, I think I think I'm a relic. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm a relic hunter. I absolutely love relics. I love the history. I love doing the research, and like depending on how old the item is, just just thinking about who had it before you, before it got lost, I think is the greatest high that you could ever have. Absolutely love that.
Right on.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I were to find a gold coin, I'd probably go mental. But I think if you were to classify me, I would be a relic hunter.
Okay. Well, there are relic coins, so.
Yes.
But,
yes.
I can understand that. It's funny at work. I'm in construction, and I've found bottles under old buildings, or I'll find something, and I'll say, "Oh, it's a relic." The guys I work with will laugh at me about it sometimes.
Yeah.
But what's the furthest distance you've traveled to go detecting? I need to cut my hair. It's tugging on me.
The furthest, well, it was part of a vacation. We went down to Key Largo in Florida. I think that's probably the furthest I've gone, and did the beach there. That's got to be the furthest that I've gone so far.
That's a ways from Ontario.
Yes, it is.
Now, do you do many beaches and stuff up there at public beaches, or do you do a lot of fields and permissions?
Well, where I am, I live in the middle of a very big city. There aren't. It's a bit of a drive to get to a beach. I do parks and fields. I try to research the older schools, the older parks in the area. If I go to another town, I'll do some research, find the oldest areas, so that I'm not wasting my time doing something that really doesn't have anything there.
Right on. Hey, Metal Detecting in Alaska, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Hey, Bob Drake. Saying hi to a few friends, Liz. You know how it goes.
Absolutely. I don't know about you, Flash, but when I'm doing my live streams, honestly, I miss probably 80% of the comments.
Wild Detect said they'll give me a high and tight haircut. It's long enough to donate. Only reason why I'm growing it really is one, my parents never let me have long hair. But no, I plan to donate it to Wigs for Kids.
Oh, right on. Good for you.
And I think it should be at least 12 inches now.
I'd say there's 3 heads of hair there.
But it's being a real pain in the keister, and the ponytail makes me have headaches. But
time to get her cut, buddy, and let her grow again.
I think you're almost at 12 inches.
It's almost winter time.
That's what your beard's for. You wear a hat.
A hat don't cover my ears.
You need a good Canadian toque.
There you go.
Yeah, a big old fur skin thing.
That's right. That's right.
Cover the ears up.
That's right.
Yeah, that'd keep my ears warm, huh? That's
right on.
for sure. Now, come on, Dano, help me out. Jesse ain't here.
What?
Tell you what, let's open the phone lines.
There's some people call in, yeah.
Now,
if they'll call in, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
True. But if you do, and your number is unavailable or private, I will not answer.
You better speak up in the room and say you're calling.
Fair warning. Oh, yes, and I'm going to steal this from our friend Liz. Don't tell her. Some troll spray.
Right on.
Oh, I think that's hilarious.
Oh, that's funny. It. Oh my goodness.
We don't get too many of them in our chat room every now and then.
Oh my goodness.
Had one take over Skype on us one time though.
Oh, I was watching that one. That was pretty crazy.
That was rather ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was a shame. I was having a real good time with.
That was Quarter Hoarder, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good show going on, and you know, it only takes a couple.
Yeah.
But I'm sure. Thank you, Jaron, for putting the phone number out there. And you hear Liz. Come on, call in.
And you haven't even asked her the question.
What's
been your scariest time out metal detecting?
Oh, thanks.
Have you ever been scared? Have you ever been?
Have I been scared?
Yeah, or in fear?
I've never been scared that another person was going to do something to me, but and like I said before, I was born and raised in a big city, so I found this area to detect in, and I have to be driven there whenever I go because there's no place to park a car or anything like that. And then I have to cross a swamp. I think I've done 2 videos on the swamp. But anyways, gotta tell you, there's a lot of weird noises that come in through the swamp and then in the woods while I'm out there detecting. But
think they're Sasquatches?
Well, not Sasquatches, but I swear there was, you're down detecting, trying to get something out of a hole, and you're thinking about what's, finding the target.
Right.
And then this is probably going to sound silly, but this, I guess, a herd of like maybe 10 or 11 deer came by, and I'm like, then there was a big one. I don't know if he was the male or not. I really don't know. But I'm thinking, is this mating season? Like, are they going to think I'm interloping on their area or something like this? And yeah, at least I had my shovel. So I'm starting to run it through in my mind, like, what will I do if they do this or whatever, right? So I just kept detecting, and it was a good thing because my pinpointer started going off and just spooked them all. So they left. But but I mean, I don't know. I'm going to bring pepper spray next time I go into that swamp.
I know I was watching one of Digger Dawn's videos here a while back, and she said she felt like someone was watching her.
Yeah.
That was kind of an eerie video.
Yes. And I know that, I think his name is, I think it was Edward, Detector CR. He actually put up a video, and I showed it on one of my live streams as well. But it looks like there is a figure of something, like kind of just like walking like this across the screen. And I don't know. I think weird things can happen in the forest.
You never know. You just never know.
Definitely never know. Definitely.
Yeah, we always ask the guests if they ever had a scary time or.
Yeah, not too much scares me, I gotta admit. But yeah, being on the receiving end of a male deer in mating season is not what I wanted to.
Right. Yeah, man.
Now you weren't far enough out in the bush to worry about bears, were you?
No, I don't. I'm not that far north. I know there are other detectors that show bear poop and stuff on their travels, but no, I've never come across anything like that. Thank goodness.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know walking in the Cascades to a prospecting spot, I've ran into scat, and you're like,
yeah.
Okay, bears. But usually when I'm back home, I'm pretty noisy. I'm not hunting. I'm walking from my vehicle to a prospecting spot. so I make quite a bit of noise.
Yes.
And
announce yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, bears, cat, cat. And it's not the bears I worry about. It's the cougars I worry about. Because I know if a cougar attacks me, the last thing I'd see is a cougar biting on my head, if I see that.
Yeah.
Because they like to attack from above and on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
Or they'll go for your jugular. But I don't want to be saying goodbye to this world by the jaws of a cat.
No.
But
there's a lot better ways to exit the planet, and that's not one of them.
Old age with my family around me, or in my sleep.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Patrick Moore here in the room. He asked a question. He says, "She ever dug up a time capsule?"
No, I've never dug up a time capsule. I think the weirdest thing that I've ever dug up, and I didn't know what it was at the time when I had dug it up, was a marijuana bud grinder.
Oh, really?
I had absolutely no idea. I had never seen one. I had no idea.
My question would be, was there anything in it?
No, it was
okay.
That's my story. It was clean.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
That's right.
That's funny. When I was on the fire department, we used to have to go to the dump when they would burn and get rid of it.
Yeah.
And we had to put on our air packs, and stand there with hoses and kind of keep things.
Yeah.
We have a caller on the line, Liz.
Oh.
It's our friend Ronald from ERT Radio.
Oh.
I was going to wait for you to ask me who's calling.
I cheated. I have your name on the number. I know who you are, Ronald. How are you tonight?
Long-time listener, many-time caller.
I'm a first-time caller today.
Yeah. Tonight you are. You're the first tonight. How you doing,
Oh, thank
Ronald?
you for being on the show, Liz.
Oh, thank you for calling in.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, as Ed said, I'm gonna plug my own station. I have a little ERT radio.
Okay,
I do my own little radio show.
Before you do that, Ronald.
Yeah, go ahead.
No self-promotions on this show tonight for 5 minutes.
Okay. You'll have to edit that. You'll have to edit that part out.
I don't mind you self-promoting because we are one community here. And if you see anyone in the room and you like their channel, please feel free to visit them. Don't get me wrong, my friend.
Right.
Just, I think last time we opened the mic to you for a little self-promotion, it was like 5 minutes.
All right, it won't take 5 minutes, no.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you again, Liz.
How about it?
I wanted to ask Liz, what is the farthest that you have traveled for a dig?
I actually, let's see. About 3 hours. I think it was 3 hours. I drove up to, and this is like for me to leave early in the morning and then come home that very same night. Is I think 3 hours. I drove to Aurelia, and I met up with J3B, who's in the chat, and that was for the White's Easter egg hunt. It was the first time they ever had one in Canada, and 3 hours. It was really cold that day.
Cool.
Yeah. I do not mind driving to meet up with a fellow YouTuber whatsoever.
I would suppose that 3 hours in Canada is different than 3 hours here in the lower 48.
It all depends on the scenery.
Well, I drive to Ohio to visit with Ed. I've done it a couple times, and I'll be doing it this year. But it's a 16-hour drive. Well, depending on if I take a wrong turn, it could be 19 hours. But
that's a drive.
It's about a 16-hour drive on a good day.
Wow.
And then I went and visited some friends in New York for a UFO event, for paranormal UFO event, and no gold prospecting there, but a 23-hour drive. And then I was driving into tornado storms.
Wow.
And I had no way I couldn't just turn around and go back home, after driving 23 hours.
Exactly. Exactly.
But no, that was a fun time. But yeah, when I drive to go prospecting, it's a little more than 3 hours.
Yeah.
And a lot of time is spent on the road. But it's the people that I meet, like Ed and the guys there, Jess and Dano. I think I met Dano at least once, probably. And then
Gold Rush days, I believe it was, Ronald.
Yeah, that back in 2015, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And but yeah, so these guys are just really cool guys, really super guys, and just really worth the time to get to know and get to meet them, and and if you can do anything to work together and help expand the prospecting fun, that's main goal that we all have, I think.
Exactly. Right on. It's about the relationships that we make. It's not necessarily the finds, but a lot of good people doing what we do, and it's nice to hook up with them and spend some time.
Exactly. Yeah. The find is a new family that we never knew we had.
Exactly.
Very true. Very true.
And these guys have been part of my. These guys have been part of my family for about 5 years now, probably. 5, maybe 4 or 5 years, and they just, they're golden, so to speak.
And he still likes us.
That's right. And you still like me. You still let me call in. But I won't take up any more of your time, Ed. Thank you for letting me call in.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, Ronald. I just had to give you a little hard time, brother.
But
what are friends for?
As far as you are concerned, we are going to have to get together and do an interview on my station, okay, either on the YouTube channel or on the audio part, and then we can put it on the YouTube later. We can talk about that a little bit later, and if your crew wants to be helping with that, they can, by all means, everybody can kind of join in on the fun.
All right.
Well, so you just let me know when. Let me know when, and we can talk about it.
Anytime you can catch me, except for on Tuesday nights.
That's right. Exactly. Unless I'm the guest, right?
Right. I'll have my people get a hold of your people, Ronald.
There you go.
And we'll talk, okay, brother?
All right. Thank you, Liz. Have a great night.
Thank you for calling.
All
right. Take care.
Have a great one, Ronald. Thank you.
Yeah.
We have a question in the room from our friend Jeremiah, J3B Diggin, Canada. What's your best find of 2018?
Wow. Well,
to date, you could find a gold coin by January 1st, so to date.
Well, the 2018 is a bit of a transition year for me with metal detectors. Now I purchased a Equinox 600, so I have not. Let's just say I have not become one with my 600 yet. I am still learning the nuances to the 600. I know some people have picked it up, turned it on, and they're like bang, bang, bang. But I think it might take a little bit longer for me. So to answer that question, my best find, I don't think I can answer that. I don't think I can. There's nothing that I'm like super over the moon about. Yeah, it's a transition year for me.
Well, the year's not over yet. We have another caller on the line, and I don't have to ask what's your name, where are you calling from. We have Prospector Josh on the line.
What's up, Josh?
Rad Adventures, Rich Ass Dirt Adventures, out of the Motherlode. How you doing, Josh?
I am well. Can you hear me?
What do you got on your back there, buddy?
Oh, I'm going to get into that. But first, I had a question.
Practicing for your kid?
Don't.
You don't see nothing.
I asked in the chat room. But no one ever repeats my questions because they don't like me. But I asked, do you still have your police uniform? And if you do you still use it to like get on people's land to metal detect? Like,
oh no, that would get me in a lot of trouble if I did that. I do still have my uniform, and I gotta tell you, maybe 5 years ago, my daughter went out for Halloween as the best and well-equipped police officer costume that I had ever seen. But no, to answer your question, no, I do not. No, you can get in a lot of trouble for doing anything like that in Canada.
One more question.
Yeah.
Can I borrow uniforms?
Oh my goodness. Too funny. Too funny.
Anyways, I have like 9% on my phone. So yeah, I am practicing for the baby. I was gonna say this is a new gold processing pack, but you guys obviously already know what it is.
Right on. Good for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I had one of those for one of my kids. Yeah. Drag them with you. Gonna repel.
That's right.
Gonna repel with the kid.
I plan on repelling with him at 2 weeks old.
Excellent. Take him down on the U-boat or something. Hey, come on, boy. Start him young.
Oh, my old lady would kill me.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
Right on.
Outdoors anyway.
You detect nugget. You nugget hunt out there, don't you, Josh?
I used to. And hold on, let me get my bling on.
His LBPA.
I can't get it on. It's too much gold. I'll wear it around like that. Yes, I used to detect, but these days I'm just, I love being in the wild with no noise, and that whole metal detector, it's too much for me these days. So, but I love, like you said, I'm a relic hunter as well. I love finding old history. And then researching it. That's what I love doing.
Yes, right on. Good for you. Yeah. Right on.
So anyways, Liz, guys, everyone, cheers. I got to go. My phone's already bleeping at me.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling in as always, Josh. Check out Josh's channel. And...
Oh, wait, real quick. Check out my, if you guys are on Instagram, check it out, Rad Adventures, Gold Prospecting. These videos are coming out every day. They're insane and fun. So,
excellent.
Rad. All right.
Excellent. Go check out our friend Prospector Josh at Rich Ass Dirt Adventures. I'm getting it right now, Josh.
You're nailing it, Ed. You're nailing it.
You have a great one, brother.
You too.
LPA for life.
For life.
He's always has that trouble hanging up. He forgets where it's at. There you got it.
Just smile and act like you know what you're doing.
Oh, Who's Your Hillbilly's asking a question too.
Oh, okay.
Said he talked a little about what's going on your show with the detecting laws in Canada. Said he caught a little bit of it on your stream, but not all of it.
Yeah. It was predominantly we were discussing the events in the city of Windsor. Now, metal detecting was allowed in Windsor, and then I believe it was maybe 5 years ago they brought in a permitting system. So you had to actually go to City Hall and show them, demonstrate that you knew how to use a metal detector and that you knew the rules of the etiquette for diggers, and then they would issue with the permit. But this year, no permits whatsoever have been issued, and there is a new person in charge of parks, and they have, I don't know where they got this from, but they found out about this thing called this Heritage Act, and it's for the entire province of Ontario. Now, just briefly, because we could be talking about this for quite a while, but briefly, what the Heritage Act says is that the entire province is considered, the land of the entire province is considered heritage until it's been deemed by an archaeologist to not have any significance whatsoever. So there's no.
Sounds like some bureaucratic BS to me.
That's exactly what it is. So that's where they are right now, and I believe that next week or the week after, they should know if the permits are going to be reinstituted or not. So I don't know. Right now, the city of Windsor, they're in a bit of a standstill, and there are other cities in Ontario that you are not, like, totally not allowed to detect in. My city that I live in, we do have some heritage parks that are, everybody knows what they are, but you don't go in detecting in there, and of course you wouldn't go detecting in there. There's plenty of other parks, schools, and that sort of thing that that people could go detecting in. So that's where it stands in Windsor. We're watching it only because it will probably filter. If they go for an outright ban in Windsor, it will probably start filtering to other municipalities. So we might end up having to, detectorists come together and make some sort of an association or something. I don't know where it's going, but we're keeping an eye on it.
Okay.
That's amazing how they want to tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it.
Exactly, which is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And they ain't gonna go out and do it. So why?
No, exactly.
Why not let you do it? You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you know what? That's another reason why whenever I'm detecting, I pick up surface trash and that thing. Just keep it in my pouch, because you never know who's going to walk by, like, what are you doing, type of thing. And you can show them, I picked up some garbage. You're doing exactly. You're doing good.
Prospecting also. We do the same thing.
Exactly.
We get glass, we get nails, we get wire out of the creek.
Exactly. It's a good thing for everybody to do.
Spark plugs, TVs.
We're going to do some of the stuff we pull out of creeks. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Tires. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And a lot of fishing tackle.
Yeah, a lot of lead weights.
Yeah. But those I can recycle into scuba diving weights. We have another question in the room from our good friend J3B. Liz, when you were at the farm with me, did you ever find out if that small frame was silver?
No, I have not found out if it's silver or not. You know what? It's sitting in my basement. Every time I go on a hunt, I have individual boxes that I keep of the hunts, the stuff that I get from the hunts, so I can always go back and, because I remember what hunt went with what relics. But no, J3, I have not checked on that item. But like we discussed, I do believe that it is very old. I'm just not sure how old.
There you go, Jeremiah.
Yeah. When I met with Jeremiah, when I talk about driving, I drove up to see Jeremiah a second time this year, and he had found a trade axe that went back to French Jesuits, and I believe it was it the, he might correct me in the chat, but I think it was the 1600s when the French Jesuit missionaries were trading with the Huron Indians. Now, speaking of this archaeological stuff, a dig was done by archaeologists there, and it's on private property, and that's the land that we were searching on that particular day. But 1575 French trade axe he found. And it's funny because archaeologists, they say, oh, we're going to find stuff and, keep it for ourselves. he actually approached a few museums to donate the item, and they said, "Oh no, we already got one of those." So I mean, you know, they don't want us to detect, and then when we find something, we try to give it back to them, and they're like, "No, we got lots of those on display." So you know, it's just funny how things work.
Right. Well, they have plenty. Now he has a nice addition to his collection.
That he does. He does.
Steve, the Muddy Wanderer. Hey Liz, are you heading to the Wasiaga beach hunt this weekend?
No, I am not going to the beach hunt this weekend. I had other commitments, and yeah, I am not going to be there. It's a seated hunt. No, I will not be attending that one.
Do you like going to many seated hunts?
This year I went to 2. I was actually a guest at the second one that I went to. But I gotta tell you, the first one, I had fun. I mean, it's fun. That's exactly what it is. There's a lot of hardcore digger people there, I must say. But if you've watched any of my videos, I like to have fun when I go detecting. I mean, life's too serious to really take it that serious. So I had a blast the first time I was there. I won a couple prizes. I mean, that's what it's all about, having a good time. And the second time where I was a guest, I was pretty much filming other people, chatting with the kids, working the room. I had a blast, an absolute blast. If you've not gone to a seated hunt, I really think that you should at least go to one, because they're a lot of fun.
I've been to a couple. Actually, I won my mine lab at one.
Oh,
yeah,
right
a night
on.
hunt under black lights.
Yeah, it's a low-end one, but nonetheless, it's a mine lab.
That's right.
It's the Go Find 40, I believe, which my grandson uses it now, and he likes it. It's
right on.
The way it adjusts so it could fit the little guy. But yeah, that was cool. That was during FOSIC with Jocelyn and Drew, and it's a good time.
Yes.
Phone lines are still open, people, and call up.
Right on.
I don't have Jesse here to help me with questions. I really don't know how you do it by yourself. Well, I hear you talking to. Now, who's your producer you talk to in the back sometimes when you're on your show? Is that a roommate, a friend,
no,
a dog?
No, Mr. Producer is my husband. Oh, okay. So when I say Mr. Producer, that's who I'm talking to. I had my daughter, who's now in university, so she's Canuck Junior. She's also Miss Neko Tendo. If anybody wants to check out her channel, I'm going to plug it here.
Oh, here, wait. Type something in the room so I can make you a moderator.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, so I pretty much I'm on my own as far as my live streams. Mr. Producer gets me coffee. He gets me snacks.
Right on.
And Canuck Junior used to actually, she's the brains behind the whole operation, setting up the computer and all that sort of thing. But she watches it sometimes from university.
There you go, Liz.
All right.
You're now free to wear the blue wrench.
My goodness.
I think I'll keep it there with you too. So.
Right on. I've been deputized. I love it. Right on.
There you go.
Now I'm gonna have to find her channel.
Yes, I have checked out her channel, and I believe I subbed to it also.
Okay.
I think I even told my son about it because he might come in here too. If anyone see Retro Radical come in, that's my son.
Okay.
Baby. He's 27 years old now and not quite a baby, but he's my baby.
Right on. Right on.
Let me see where the best find, the longest drive, scariest time, relic coin hunter, what's the machine of your choice?
Oh my, that's a difficult question. I gotta say that all that I've owned some of the lower end Garretts when I first started. Garrett AT Pro, I bought that one brand new, AT Pro International. After that, I don't know what I was thinking of, but I sold the AT Pro and I got a Minelab Safari because people were saying like, oh, it's a silver magnet. That is a heavy detector. And I am not that big. And I got to tell you, after maybe 20 or so minutes of swinging that detector, I would have to flip arms to go on the other arm and flip back and forth. So anyways, I think it must have been the battery pack that weighed a ton on that machine. I'm not sure, but and it wasn't balanced very well. So anyways, got rid of that one, and then I got the Minelab, the Safari, or not the Safari, sorry, the Equinox 600. I'm using that now. I gotta say, I really do. I regret the fact that I sold my AT Pro. I wish I still had it. It was a good detector for Canadian clad. I mean, every so often I like to just, have a clad day where I just go and get clad. Kind of breaks things up, you don't really have to think too much about what you're doing. But yeah, like I said, I'm using the Equinox 600 right now, and I know there are people that will really, really argue the point that that's like the best detector on the planet. Like I said, I'm still learning it. I hope to embrace that eventually. I don't know when that will be, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know.
I've heard a lot of good about the Knox 600 and the 800.
Yeah.
I hear the 800's phenomenal for saltwater detecting, and Maddie's dad, Matthew, I believe, uses the 800. And Bob Drake, Down East Detecting and Prospecting, he likes his Equinox. I believe he has the 600 too.
Yeah. Well, this summer, or last summer, we went on vacation to the Maritime Provinces on the east coast of Canada, and I took my 600. Now, last year, when I went to the same place and did the beaches, I had my AT Pro. Now, the AT Pro, it really didn't get along well in the on the salt. I didn't think so, anyways. In the salt water and on the beaches, I had a lot of feedback. Every time the coil would touch the sand, it would go nuts. But I brought the 600 with me. I did water hunting as well, and absolutely beautiful detector in the salt water and on the beach. I had no problems whatsoever. Beautiful detector in salt water. Absolutely beautiful. Really nice.
Have you heard anything from Minelab? Like, hey, we'd like to throw you some goodies or...
No, but hello, Minelab.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm open.
Call me anytime.
Anytime, or Garrett. Hello, I can easily be bought.
Riser's Treasure, Hunting Emporium. How about the best live stream Liz has ever done? Like the one that clicked. the one that even she had a great time.
Oh my goodness. And you know what? I know exactly what my best live stream is. And it was the very, very first Off the Cuff, which didn't even have a name yet. The very first live Off the Cuff was just, I mean, I was just, when I finished that stream, my daughter said, like, oh my goodness, like that is the best you've ever done. I was just like, you know, slamming. It was an amazing stream. The very, very first Off the Cuff, before it was called Off the Cuff.
Now, do you do all your graphics and everything?
Yes, I do. I do everything. I all my graphics are all made by myself. I don't know if you've ever seen, I have a graphic for Where's Riser, for when Charlie Riser calls in from wherever it is that he is detecting. Where's Riser screen was done by Canuck Jr. She did that one.
Cool.
But yeah, everything is all, because you can get in trouble if you start borrowing people's stuff.
Yeah, I pretty much do all my stuff too, and what I do use, I get permission, and a lot of times written permission. Like my music was all made specifically for me and my channel.
Right on. That's the best way to go.
Yeah, I'm just glad I have musicians in the family and friends, you know, that help with it. But yeah, I know I've always been kind of geeky with computers, not like super nerd, but nothing against you types out there. I have much respect. But I work, I'm my own webmaster, you know. I have to teach myself programs to do what I wanted to do to get the channel to the next level, at least to me.
Yes.
And I'd like to think I'm doing all right, but sometimes you wonder, and sometimes it's like, man, it's a lot of work. What keeps you going and motivated?
Definitely. And you know what? It's all a progression. I mean, a year from now, you're going to look at your streams and you're going to think, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. Because if we're not progressing, we're going backwards, and that's not a good thing. So definitely keep at it. You can look
back at our streams a year ago and see the changes and difference.
Oh, totally. I'm surprised that people even watched my first few, like the very, very first Coffee with Liz's. Oh, I wish I could delete them, but yeah.
Tin Cup. We're all geeks. Flash, we carry detectors.
He's got a point.
And J3B, he does really good on his graphics. I know him through Nick Nimmons' live streams, and I've started watching creator influencers to get some help and stuff. And mostly when I wanted to go live, because I was looking for stuff to help me go live, because I personally think live broadcasting is the next wave of YouTube. It's going to be the next thing. And I always get bummed out about Charlie's show because I'm only in there for like 15 minutes or a half hour, and then it's like, sorry, I gotta go.
Yeah. Yes. But it seems like more and more people are hopping onto the live stream, and pretty soon it's going to be like live stream after live stream after live stream, because there's only so many hours in the day, right?
True. And maybe like what, I believe you were there last night during Matt's show.
Yes, I was.
I think it might be a good idea for all of us to sit around in a virtual round table, so to speak, and see how we could collate so we're not stepping on each other's toes, and be more like a flock of geese with our shows and help each other lift instead of being a bunch of city rats and trampling over each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I really enjoy Charlie's show that I catch. Sorry, Charlie. Riser's show that I catch.
Yes.
And I really enjoy M.A. Lyman's shows, and Manic Coins put on a really good show, and I really enjoy your shows, Liz, and I'm very happy you were game to join us for tonight's show.
Absolutely. It's like when I read the email, I'm like, yes, sir.
Excellent. You don't know how stoked that makes me feel.
Oh, right on.
You know, out of a lot of the big timers, I talked to Jocelyn, no problem. I talked to the Jig, no problem.
Yes.
Gypsy, zero discrimination, no problem. But Wayne Nugget Brain helped me with that. He kind of primed it a little at his Colorado hunt. Wayne Nugget Brain Peterson is the president of WATS organization, Worldwide Treasure Hunters Seekers, or something like that.
Right.
I'm sure he might call in. He usually does. But a lot of them, no problem. Boom. I did ask Nugget, no reply to email.
Nugget, which Nugget are you talking about?
Michael Bennett, Nugget Noggin.
Oh, you're talking about my Nugget? Nugget?
Yeah.
I met him this summer.
I heard.
Yeah, he's my Nugget.
J3B sat in the room and you met him.
Yes, I did. I gave him a hug.
I enjoy his videos, his river hunts, his detecting, his magnet fishing, all that. But I look forward to having him on. I'd like to meet him, but even when I called him, because he wouldn't reply to emails, so I called him.
Yeah.
At his detecting store and introduced myself properly and told him about my show.
Yeah.
And it was like, in a way, I got kind of turned off, and I'm like, bummer. Yeah. Are you really like that?
Yeah, I think people need to remember their roots, where they came from, because I mean, look at some of his very first videos. They didn't get very many views, and I think we need to remember that, and that's why I think we all help each other out. You have to help each other out.
Oh, I agree. We all started at zero.
That's right. That's right.
It took me a very long time to get where I am, and I'm still not big at all. Aqua Jigger, his show was awesome, and he almost has 1 million subscribers.
He passed 1 million subscribers. He did.
Wow. I believe it.
You know what? I met him this summer too. He was actually a really nice person to chat with.
Did you meet them at the same hunt as
I did.
That Canadian gal?
I did. I met them both at the same hunt. At the same hunt.
There's another detectorist, outdoorsy girl.
Oh my goodness. YouTube. She is. Oh, she had me laughing because I guess it was just after lunchtime.
Was it the same hunt?
Yes, it was the same hunt. She was actually, and I showed it on my. I believe I showed it on my video. She was sitting on Aqua Jigger was sitting on the park bench, and then she went and sat like right beside him on the park bench. And I have made her the honorary Aqua Jigger Worldwide Fan Club president, secretary, vice president. She's them all. She's absolutely so head over heels for Aqua Jigger. It's unbelievable. She's funny.
Cool.
Yeah, she's funny.
Yeah, I've watched. I'm subscribed to her. I enjoy her stuff, and I liked her interview with Aqua Jigger because it was nice and personal in her house.
Yes.
Apparently, she had the pleasure of having the jig stay, and that was cool. And
she did.
Our buddy J3B he's kind of the head honcho at the Jig Army Facebook site. I'm sure you notice I'm wearing my jig shirt now.
Oh, I saw that.
Hey, I really like Bo. He has a great attitude, great personality. I love his spelunking videos.
Yes. Did you see the one where he was in that little really, really, really skinny cave?
I've seen a lot of his caving ones, and the ones where he found like some cryptic writing and Masonic writings and stuff on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to get him on again. Maybe
I hope
year.
You do one day. I really hope you do one day.
I know he's a real busy man, and I'm thankful he was so inclined to come on when he did. And now I'm sure he's getting more busier and busier. But I wish the best for that man. I've been also talking to our friend from the UK, Digger Dawn.
Yes.
She's game, but we're 6 hours behind her, and her schedule, being a Garrett gal, is I'll snag her one of these times, even if I have to do across the pond special off my normal show time.
Yeah, that's a possibility, definitely.
So who all in here tonight is going to be the next 6 billion? It ain't me, Don, because I didn't buy a ticket.
I didn't either.
I worked in a casino for a while, and anything involved with gambling, the odds are always in the house's favor.
Yeah. I played lottery for years and never won that, and I finally just quit playing. No more of it.
Yeah, I think I'd rather go prospecting, metal detecting, and meet new friends.
That's right.
Absolutely. Right on.
Enjoy time outside.
That's right. All right, people, phone lines are still open. Riser, call in. Let us know where you're at.
Now.
Jared, Bob, call in. Oh, here's.
Call in, Bob. Call in, Bob.
Every time I say his name, you don't really like it. So, hello, caller. What's your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Tahiti. I'm sitting on the beach drinking a Bahama Mama.
How you doing, Wayne?
I'm doing fantastic. Hello, Liz.
Hi there.
This is Nugget Wayne. I'm not in Tahiti. I'm freezing my butt off in Colorado. It's cold. So, I haven't checked out any of your videos because Ed didn't post anything up ahead of time, but I have heard about you, so I guess I'll have to start watching your shows too.
Yes, watch and subscribe.
What
definitely.
Do you mean? I shared 2 posts on Facebook a couple days ago, and I did a shout out for it last night, I believe. Wayne. Liz, you'd love her channel. Wayne, check it out. Wayne is the president of Watts.
I check him out or twice, and I end up subscribing, and I hit the little bell so I get updates. And
right on, right on. Wayne knows where it's at. Right on, Wayne.
That's right.
There he does.
Yeah, I have about 10, 15 of them that I get, on a weekly basis, because a lot of them put them out weekly shows. Some of them put out 2 shows a week. So I get them and I watch them, enjoy them, and then I store them, and then I use them back for references later on.
Mm-hmm. Right on.
So, but Ed said that I'd probably be calling in, so that's the only reason I was calling in, just to make Ed happy that he got me to call in.
Glad you did, Wayne. It's always good hearing from the Nugget Brain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry we don't have a prospector on tonight, so you couldn't give him the Nugget Brain challenge, but we're having a prospector inventor on next week, so maybe you could talk him into swallowing a Montana nugget.
Who's that going to be?
David Peterson of Dream Mat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know David. There's not many people I don't know of.
Well, being the guy you are in this community, I can understand why.
Well, now I got Liz in the mind, so I don't have to worry about that one. That's another one down I don't have to worry about. And anybody who likes prospecting or treasure hunting, because Watts is all about treasure hunting. We're not about one particular thing. We're about everything. And Liz, if you're not doing anything and you want to get out of Canada come January, come on down to Denver the weekend of the 13th of January. Watts has a huge booth at the Outdoor Sportsman's Expo, and there's over 500 vendors there, and we were lucky enough to get a booth in there, and we're going to have a Watts booth. Gypsy's going to try and make it out. We have Terry Carter, possibly Carl Fishmer. I talked to Carl. He's trying to make it out. He dove on the Anatolia with Mel.
Oh, so, right on.
We're trying to get some big stars out, and you want to come on out, we'll fit you into the booth and talk to people and let them know what you do.
Right on, right on.
Yeah, that's a little ways out of your 2-hour radius. Though.
Yeah, that would be more than a day. Yes, definitely.
Vacation.
I'm sure it'd be a blast. I know Gypsy had a blast at the dig she went to.
Yeah.
Now, David Peterson's in the chat room right now. He said maybe. Now, I don't know if that's maybe he can be on next week or maybe he'll do the Nugget Brain Challenge.
Well, tell him that. Type in there, because I'm on the telephone. Type it in there. Maybe Nugget Brain will even show up. We'll see.
No, he says teasing. He'll be around and around like a merry-go-round.
So, well, I want to get going. I know you have other people. Hey, everybody call in, and like I always say in the chat room and whenever I'm on the phone, don't forget to hit that like button. That's how this show keeps going.
That's
and
right.
You get
That's right.
this chat, and you hit her like button, you subscribe, and you click on that little dingy bell. So every time she puts something out, you get notification, and then when you see the new video, if you watch the whole thing or not, hit that like button. That helps these people keep these shows going.
That's right.
That's the only way we can do it. We all have to work together, no matter if it's another radio show or another YouTuber or anything else. We have to be friends with all of us because it's boots on the ground and shovels in the ground. It's the only way we're ever going to make it in this world nowadays.
Right on. You rock, sir. You rock. Right on.
Preach it, brother. Preach
yeah,
it.
That's right.
Okay, everybody, God bless you all. Have a great week, and I'll probably be calling in next week. And Liz, from now on, you have to watch the show every single week.
Yes, sir. I will.
Everybody that comes in as a guest has to do it at least for the next 20 years after that. 20 years of...
Oh, my.
Well, we're going on 2 years. Let's see if we can make that 20.
Oh, my
well, you only
goodness.
got 18. You only have 18 more to go, and so does Dano. So, okay.
Excellent.
God bless. Have an awesome week, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
Thank you for calling.
Yep.
All right, our friend Nugget Brain Wayne Peterson from Watts. He's the president of Watts. Yeah, good guy. And we have another friend in the chat room right now, the inventor of the Dream Mat, a product that I highly recommend for any prospector. You have gold up there in Ontario.
We do. Actually, it is on my bucket list to one day go prospecting. I want to go a little further north. I want to go to the Yukon to do some prospecting.
You and I both, sister.
Yep.
And I both.
Yeah.
Alaska, the Yukon, Australia.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. I would absolutely love to try prospecting.
Well, like we've invited you before, you could come down. You know, it might be out of your radius since you're between Toronto and Niagara Falls. I'm not sure which way would be faster for you. Are you closer to Buffalo or Toronto?
I'm closer. I'm about an hour from each. So
Right
it's a lot faster for me to cross the border in Buffalo than it is to drive to Windsor and go through Detroit.
Okay, well, you just go around the lake and through New York and down 71 and off at Belleville and go to the Swank West property for either Fossick or Gold Rush. Gold Rush is every Labor Day weekend. And it's a great time. They have 2-3 hunts with very good goodies and great prizes.
Day and night hunts.
Yeah, day and night hunt, a kid hunt, common digs, and we're there with our gear, and we could supply you with whatever you need to find some gold that how should I put this?
You can take some Canadian gold back
with you to Canada.
Oh, I could just see the border guard. Do you have anything to declare? Yes, gold.
I'm bringing home our gold. I got some back.
Oh, my goodness.
I've retrieved some of our gold from Ohio.
Oh, my.
Because all of our gold came from Canada.
Oh, my. Probably did.
They did. The glaciers pushed it down.
Yeah.
That's right. And we don't want to give it back. So you'll have to come here and take your own back. So.
Yeah.
But, hey, I have, I think I might do for Liz what I did for Jacob at Chaos Peddlers, Dano. What do you think?
Why not?
Yeah. You're going to get a package from me, Liz.
Oh, my goodness.
You're going to get a package from me.
Oh, my gosh.
So watch some videos on gold panning, how to pan for gold.
Okay. All right.
I don't think I have any. I might have one. But yeah, there's some decent videos out there on how to pan for gold.
Because, and remember, pan and repan. And repan and repan.
Pan it into like a tub. Like a mason's tub or something, or, a tote, not too high of a tote. You don't want to be leaning over in a big high tote, but one of those shallow totes you could put some water in. That way you can keep panning it and get better and better and always keep your gold. You don't want to pan it, say, oh, I'm going to go down to the park and pan in the pond, or go to the creek and pan it. No.
Yeah.
Pan it in a controlled environment. And sorry I'm going to do this to you, J3B. I don't recommend panning it in your sink, but you're the wife, so I don't think you'll get mad at yourself.
No.
So, but I think I'll send you a panning kit and
oh my gosh,
some dirt with some
goodness.
gold in it. I'll probably throw in maybe a couple of fossils in it too.
Oh
and maybe some quartz crystals or something with that.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
We'll see what I could dig up in the shed and send it up to you, because I do have your address right here.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
From when you
he's working on addicting you.
When you sent me my bunny coin,
that's right.
That risers forward to me.
Yes.
I have it right here.
Right on. That is that was a sweet coin.
I have my bunny right here. Yeah.
Right on.
And you could. I won't send you nothing this big, but here in a minute you could see what you'll be panning for. A nice little, some nice shiny. And I'll even make it Ohio gold, so you could have something that actually came from Canada.
Wow. Right on. I smell a video coming.
Excellent.
Right on.
But I'll work on getting that out to you. It'd probably be after this weekend before I could send it to you.
No rush.
We have a big weekend coming up with the GPAA Golden Treasure Show.
Right on.
And yeah, probably be around Wednesday or so, because I have a doctor's appointment on Monday, and then we have our show on Tuesday, so sometime in there.
Wow, thank you.
You have a package coming your way, girl.
Thank you. Wow.
Prepare to get hooked.
It will come with some goodies, and it's brought to you by one of our sponsors and friends from prospectinggear.com.
Right on.
And then you'll have the beginnings of actually all you really need to go out to a local stream or whatever and find some gold.
Oh my goodness. Right on.
Have you ever done any magnet fishing?
I have. I purchased a magnet, and it's all rigged up. I've had it for about a year. I've not thrown it in the water yet.
I have a magnet too. I've tossed it a few times, but I haven't got out near as much as I'd like to.
Did you get anything at all? Have you found anything, or?
Yeah, I found I live in a town that the Miami-Erie Canal goes through.
Okay.
And I was at a lock at the northern end of town, and it's this bar about 3 inches by about 18 inches, solid steel. I found that. Then at the park by my house, I was with the grandkids, and I pulled up a water valve lid, and the whole contraption and I think it got in there by a flood or something. But I'd like to hit the Miami-Erie Canal a little more.
Yes.
Who knows what's in there? And
yes.
I'm not far from the town that Josh Kimmel lives in.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Josh. And I'd like to hit some of the boat docks down on Grand St. Mary, and some other places around. But I like to throw my brute in the water a few more times.
Yeah, right on. I'm hoping to do that. I keep procrastinating. I'm really afraid actually of losing my magnet and getting it snagged.
Yeah, if it's a brute, you know,
yeah,
they're not cheap. I think mine was like $57, and
yeah,
I don't want to get it stuck.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I'd be crying if I lost my magnet.
Would have to get someone in scuba gear or something. Hey, go fetch my magnet.
Exactly, exactly.
You don't know how much money I got in that magnet. Go
yeah,
get it,
no
please.
Kidding, no kidding. You know something, that is what I actually love about the community, because you start out, well, yourself, you look for gold, then there's people that do magnet fishing, then there's people that do metal detecting, and then there's bottle digging, which I just discovered, and dump digging, and it's like there's just so many things that you can do to keep you entertained, excited about the hobby. It's amazing, really is.
There's that word again, Dano.
It's not a hobby. It's a lifestyle.
Hobby.
I'll just go straight to the chase with it.
Thanks, Dano. Because I kind of, I know it's different on the West Coast in my finger of the community with prospecting, because they're getting a lot of their rights given by Congress infringed upon. You know, and if you categorize yourself as a hobbyist, you're not covered under the Mining Act of 1897, I believe it is, where Congress granted the prospectors and miners rights to go onto public land to explore and to locate and mine precious metal. If you're a hobbyist, they can dictate a lot more rules and regulations and this and that.
Yeah.
So I kind of try and stay on an even keel with it, and don't say hobbyist, don't say full-blown miner.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a full-blown miner. I'm more of a prospector, small-scale miner. And call it a lifestyle. It's my lifestyle, and it totally engulfs our lives, more or less. Ask my wife, right, Judy? Yeah. But even Dano will contest to it. Our lives pretty much revolve around our community and prospecting.
Sure does.
And like you've heard me say it, YouTubers and friends. And I say that because a lot of my YouTubers have actually become my personal friends.
Right.
If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't know. Well, maybe through the OSPA I'd know you, Dano, but mostly through YouTube, wouldn't you say, buddy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And like Patrick Moore in the chat room, YouTube also.
And a lot of your prospectors, they own metal detectors.
Oh yeah, a lot of them. Like our buddy from Maine, Bob. He's a YouTuber. He's a prospector, a detectorist, and the band of the hand.
Just a big giant family.
I think it might work on a logo with.
And it's nice to share information.
Definitely. Well, that's how you learn a lot of stuff too.
But we just learned don't show people what gold you got because then they go wear your spot out. We did learn that.
And then when you go there, it's
Yeah.
Your buddies you're sending pictures to on your phone, but on your YouTube video, it's like, this is where we were, but no gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't find nothing. Got skunked. Sorry, guys. Or now you'll hear us refer to a spot as No Tell 'em Creek. But sometimes if people go to a place that others know, they go, I know where you're at.
Yeah.
And you're finding that good of gold?
Yeah.
What you saying, Patrick Moore? Just need to learn my whites? Oh, his detector.
He's got a whites metal detector.
David Peterson, he never finds any gold.
Yeah, just like there's no gold in Utah.
No gold in Utah, no gold in Ohio or Indiana.
Never.
No gold.
Mm-hmm.
I wink, wink, say no more.
What'd you find? Nothing.
Nada. No. Where'd
Yeah.
you go? No, tell them.
Yeah, exactly.
Where at? Oh, that way.
Yeah. There's a lot of unscrupulous people out there that are just watching videos just to find the spots.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. And unfortunately, a lot of those ones are what give people in our lifestyle a bad name.
Yes. Definitely.
But
yes.
I've met a lot of great people, built great relationships with a lot of great people, and like Dano says a lot of times, the people, even you, I've heard you say it many times, the people are the real treasure, and the gold's just an extra bonus.
Yeah, that's the extra. It's the people you meet.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, and Brian, you know, he never finds any gold either. Brian's like, there's no gold in Maine or New Hampshire, Vermont. Nah.
Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible.
And our buddy Top Guy, he has gold in his veins. Yeah, you're pure gold, buddy.
Right on. Right on.
Definitely no gold on the East Coast. I hear that. Or the Midwest, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing out there to find. Just pull tabs and lead shot.
That's it. That's it.
Now, I'm sure you have spots where you're like more than willing to share. And then I know you have spots where it's you hold the cards close to your chest and
you gotta do that. I mean, you gotta do that. There's definitely, everybody has one spot, and I'm gonna say one spot where, you know, it's almost like you have to test people to think, you know, are they spot worthy? You know, are they, I don't know about that person, or I don't know. But everybody has, I think everybody, I don't care who you are, I think everybody has at least one spot where, only a select few people are brought to. And then you have to swear them to secrecy.
Oh, I'm with you wholeheartedly on that. I think everybody has their secrets.
Oh, for sure.
And they're locals only spot.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Your secret might not even be a secret because somebody might go to that spot when you're not there. But, you know, whatever.
Right. So keep tight angle shots. Keep everything tight. Right. Don't show big areas.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, a lot of people do not do pan shots of their areas or anything other than the plug. Like, all you see is the plug in their hand, That's all you see. Video after video. Plug in the hand. Oh, I got this coin. Plug in the hand. That's it.
And for good reason, too, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, but unfortunately, there's those ones that make us like this, where, you know, it's like a good fishing spot, you know.
That's true.
You
That's
tell
true.
You just take your bestest buddies.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, anything? We have any more callers calling in? The number's out there. Are you bored yet, Liz?
Am I bored? Nah.
You having a good time, girl?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome.
Got all these names on your chat that I've never. I would never have an opportunity to even be in the same room with these people, and they're all here. So right on.
You'll find out quite a few of them will sub you also. You'll get sub from them tonight.
Well, I hope so. I definitely hope so.
Right. I would appreciate it very much for whoever gives me a sub.
And I actually picked up a couple people from you tonight on my little YouTube channel. I only have 200 viewers yet.
Right.
The link to Liz's channel, Digging Canucks, in the description below. Please
like,
check her
subscribe,
out.
and hit the bell.
That's right.
Right
like
on,
Wayne
right
was
on.
saying, if you're not a subscriber of hers yet, please do.
Wayne was a very good promoter, I must say. Wayne, right on.
he's that type of guy.
Right
you
on.
know, we enjoy Wayne every time he calls. He's a good guy. He was a good guest too. I just think he got a bum shot on Gold Rush, Alaska. On Alaska Gold Rush, whatever. Porcupine Creek, whatever. he was on Gold Rush, Alaska.
Ah.
So he's a celebrity.
Right on. Right on.
Running out of gin. Who's running out of gin, David Villa? I'm not. I
got water. I got water.
I'm drinking tea.
I don't drink gin anymore.
Somebody in the chat is drinking gin.
Someone is.
They're going to have trouble getting up in the morning.
Maybe.
Matt just subbed to you. John Deere, Utah. Yeah, that's our friend Matt. Excellent. Thank you, Matt.
That's how our community grows.
Right
That's
on.
That's right. We're all part of the hand. Just your one finger, we're the others. Now, which group would be the middle finger?
Well, you know.
Brian's drinking Shine.
Right on. Funny story. My dad, when we were, oh my goodness, being Portuguese, I have fond memories of in our basement. My dad had a bit of a still. And yeah, I could probably make moonshine today because I was taught how to do it. But right on with the moonshine, whoever's drinking it in the chat. Good for you.
Our friend American Gold Prospectors. They're
Right
out
on.
of New England.
Right on.
Excellent. All right, people, any questions in the room?
The risers are leaving for the night. Good night, risers.
Good night, Sandy. Risers Treasure Emporium. Check out their show. It's before ours. I believe they go live at 7.
Yes, they do. Great show. Lots of fun.
He puts in history into it, and he has some crazy entertaining sounds and effects. Really good show put on by a grand gentleman, I'm sure. Hopefully one day our trails will cross. Let's see if anyone calls in. We've had you now for a little over 2 hours.
You have.
Time
Watch it, 'cause
flies
he's had
when
people
you're-
on longer than that, Liz. He's had people until midnight before.
Really? Oh my goodness. Must have had a lot to talk about.
White Horse AK Top Cat. Have you ever been to White Horse, Liz?
No, I have not been to Whitehorse. I think the most Canada is a very, very large country.
Oh, yeah.
The most west I've been to Winnipeg, which Canadians call Winterpeg. Very flat. There comes a point when you're going west along the highway that
in Manitoba,
it just gets very,
right?
Yes, it just gets very flat, and there's really nothing to see except hay elevators. But north, I have gone northern Ontario, not into like the tundra or anything like that, but some really, really good fishing, muskie, pike, brown trout, beautiful fishing. Beautiful fishing in northern Ontario. Really, really nice.
I've heard that. I hear Manitoba has some good fishing too.
Yeah, and moose. I don't know if you've ever seen a moose in real life, but
Yes.
there comes a point when you're driving north where those signs where they say moose crossing, yeah, that for real, you'll see a moose.
I saw my first moose years ago in Maine.
Ah. They are big.
What I remember of Ontario, I was on the northern shore of Superior at a Providence campground there.
Yeah.
And we got driven out by notorious Lake Superior skeeters.
Ah.
Are they like a Providence bird or something there?
They're big enough. They're big enough to be.
And there were a couple of cyclists camped next to us, and we actually drove them out too.
Oh, right on.
It was beautiful during the day. I was body surfing on Lake Superior. I'm like, Dad, this ain't a lake. Look at the waves. You tricked us.
Oh, Lake Superior is
Then
really
I went into
tough.
it, and I'm like, oh, it is a lake. It's fresh water. And then as soon as the curtain fell for dark night, man, they were on us. We were like pincushions. And it drove us out of our camp. My dad's like, we're out of here, boys.
I'm half anemic. We gotta
go. I need a blood transfusion.
Just about. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But, yeah. That's one memory that will stay in my, and I was just a wee little lad then.
Right on.
Yeah, but that's one memory that will stay in my brain about Ontario for a long, long time.
Yeah.
That and skiing at Blue Mountain.
Wow.
I like that hill.
Right on.
And what lake is that Blue Mountain sits on? Is that like Lake Huron or George or something like that?
Lake George?
Or I don't know. I'm not from Canada.
No, you're not. I've gone mentally into a wall right now.
I'm gonna have to look at a map, but I'm not gonna do it now. So now I'm broadcasting.
Stay tuned to the next one to get the answer.
Yeah, come back next week for the answer to that question to myself.
That's right.
But it was a good mountain. I liked Blue Mountain while I was there. Man. It makes me want to go snowboarding and skiing.
What was that? Mr. Producer says that's Lake Ontario.
The producer speaks.
Ontario?
He said it's Lake Ontario. Blue Mountain?
Blue Mountain Ski Resort.
Is Blue Mountain on Lake Ontario? You better confirm that.
It's way north of Toronto.
You better confirm that.
He's sitting there on Google Earth right now, checking it out.
Now is Toronto's on Lake Ontario, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Toronto I know when we got to Toronto, we headed north for a long ways.
Yes.
And then there was a lake right below the mountain.
Oh, there's a
Muddy Wonders says
million
Georgian
lakes.
Bay.
There you go.
Steve would know. Right on, Steve. I saw a lot of, what was it?
There's Quarter Hoarder.
Georgian Bay. Hey, Quarter Hoarder, how you doing?
Right on. Hello, Quarter Hoarder. Right on.
I like that guy's attitude in his videos. I just saw one of his videos not too long ago. He found a lot of good stuff.
He finds old stuff. He's been going to some really, really old permissions lately. Really good stuff.
Yeah, and he isn't afraid to ask and door knock and...
No. He has the gift of gab.
Lake Huron.
Lake Huron. Who said that? Georgian Bay. Randy Lewis.
Randy Lewis. Thank you. Tell Mr. Producer he was wrong.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Thank you anyway, Mr. Producer. Welcome, Quarter Hoarder. Glad you showed up, buddy. You were brought up in the conversation earlier, so you'll have to come back later and watch the whole thing.
That's right.
Please comment.
That's why he dropped in. His ears were burning.
Could be.
Right on.
Could be. All right. Well, I think I'll close down the phone lines now. Since no one's ringing off the hook.
It's tough to get people to call in. I don't know why, but it's tough.
No need to be shy, people. We put ourselves on the line every week. Liz does twice a week. I do, and if I can do it, anyone can do it. That's all I gotta say. If I can do it, anyone can do it. But Liz, I've enjoyed the evening very much. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
My pleasure. Thank you for asking me to be on your show. I do appreciate that.
It was our pleasure. I'm glad you said yes, and we'd love to have you come join us again. Call in.
And everybody enjoyed you being here.
Thank you all. Right on.
Quarter Hoarder, this is like Jay Leno interviewing Oprah.
Is that a compliment? I don't know. Is it?
I guess depends what side of the aisle you're on.
I've been called many things, but I've never been called Oprah.
You're a little pale for her.
Wayne says, nice talking to you.
Right on. Thank you, Wayne.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you, Wayne.
Wayne's a great guy. All of you are great people. Where would we be without all of you?
There would be no show.
That's
There'd
right.
be no show. That's right.
Zip, nada, nilch, none. And
we have people here every week that are here every week. They don't miss a week here or there. They're always here.
That's right. They're part of the Flash in Your Pan family.
That's right.
Part of the band of the hand. I for a little, I brought that up somewhere, and I think it was on your show. But I like that. I think I'm gonna work on a shirt. The band of the hand.
We just gained another little piece of family tonight too with Liz.
Right on.
Added another one in.
Welcome to the Flash in Your Pan family, Liz. And,
right on. Thank you very much.
On the list of top-notch celebrities that have blessed me by being on our show.
Oh my goodness. I feel it right here, Flash. I feel it right here. Thank you.
And all of you out there, our YouTubers and friends, thank you again from the bottom of my heart. You are the reason why we do what we do. We love you all. If you're in Ohio, come by the Flash in Your Pan Dream Map booth. Say hi to the Flash in Your Pan crew, ToledoJess, Dano, and I. And come pan for some gold in the panning booth, and if you want, you can talk to Emily Rydell
Don't forget
we'll
Patrick Moore, our buddy, will be there.
And our pack mule Patrick Moore will be there. Sorry, Patrick, I love you, brother. Hey, Chris Dyer of Dyer Prospecting, how you doing? Thank you, Grotty. Thank you from viewing from the land down under. Everybody, it's that time before my producer stomps on the kitchen floor in my basement studio. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and may you always have a flash in your pan.
You know what he's going to say. I'll say it tonight.
That's right, Dano. Maybe one day, too, we'll meet you in the field or on the stream. Good night, everybody. Please stick around, Liz.
Thank you. All right.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Dano. Good night, John.
Good night, Liz.
Jesse, even though you're not here.
Good night, Jesse.
Buddy.
Susan.